No, I'm
What
not.
does your hat say?
ICE.
What does that stand for?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement.
Hey, emotions, man. Just listen.
Have a nice day.
Listen, I'm not saying that she was right.
Let's have a conversation.
She was not.
Can I be a
Welcome in today, guys, to Comedy Gone Rogue. I am Rogue. Want to welcome you into the broadcast today. Today, we're just reacting to a bunch of random videos. First up, we saw Charlie Kirk there have his hat taken by a lady that did not like the fact that he was wearing an ice hat. And, you know, it's funny that the last thing that Charlie said to her was, let's have a conversation, because that seems to be the thing that Charlie was all about, was let's have a conversation. And ultimately, the man gave his life for it. So let's go ahead and get into it today. If you would, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a like, give us a follow, hit that little bell, ding, ding, and let's get after it. Thank you.
woman?
I don't know. You tell me. What's your identity?
I identify as he, she, or she, her.
Cool for you.
Is it that easy to be a woman?
It's definitely not easy to be a woman.
But
It's definitely not easy to be a woman. She got that growl going. I like how the man got his profile or his pronouns confused in the beginning, because it's so confusing to get the pronouns right.
just said I'm a
Try
woman.
walking in my shoes sometime, young
So it's
man.
not so. Oh, you just call me a man. So I guess I'm not a woman.
Well, because you're being facetious and it's quite obvious. So perhaps you can off now.
I'm just trying to define what a woman is.
I'm not your dictionary, man.
I'm not your dictionary, man. Perhaps the reason you're not the dictionary is because you don't know what you're talking about. You ever notice that, like, when you challenge a liberal, like, they don't want to talk, like, they don't want to debate, because when they get into a debate and you start laying out logic and you start laying out facts, all of a sudden they're like mute. No words.
Beat it.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
I mean, seems legit to me. There's a line. It runs this way, and the line moves towards FAFO. And if you FAFO with the police, well, my man just told you exactly what might happen to you if you mess around with the police. You know, it's funny to me that all of these peaceful protests that people talk about, you know, in my mind, peaceful protests are exemplified by what happened after Charlie Kirk. People got together, they held candles, they put out flowers in front of Turning Point, they, you know, invited debate. Many people tried to take Charlie's place at campuses by hosting their own table events to encourage conversation. But at a leftist riot, buildings get burned, windows get smashed, cars get smashed, people get hurt. It's completely different dynamic. And so, you know, obviously this guy's not talking to Republicans, because it's just not how we protest.
There's a couple things, though, that we're still holding on to. One of those things is gender reveal parties. There are people out there that say things like, well, you don't know what their gender is yet. They decide that when they're older. You only know the sex of the baby when it's born. I'm here to tell you, I am happy that I'm going to a gender party and not a sex party.
Did he? Did he anybody?
Especially for babies. I don't want to bring a sex-appropriate toy for the baby. Can we all agree on that?
100% we can agree on that. So I came across this clip several years ago, actually, and I really love Paul Harvey. I used to listen to him growing up. My dad was an electrician and a plumber, and we would listen to this country music radio station while we would work. My dad loved country music, and every day at lunchtime they would play Paul Harvey. And so one day I got to looking for Paul Harvey clips, and I came across this clip, and it's almost as if Paul Harvey was in 2025. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy clip.
If I were the devil, if I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness, and I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree, thee. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington.
Think about that. He said he would replace God with the prayer of Our Father who art in Washington. And you know, obviously I'm a conservative, but one of the things that I would say about America that's really, really, really dangerous right now and really bad about our politics is how we borderline worship politicians. And you know, like, I support President Trump as our president, and I'm glad that he's our president. But however, I'm not one of those people that just blindly follows Trump. I acknowledge good Trump and bad Trump. There are moments where Trump is great. There are moments where Trump is not as great. But worshiping politicians is absolutely insane, because a politician will say anything to get elected. Absolutely anything to get elected. We should not be worshiping politicians.
And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war.
I would tranquilize the population with pills. So not too long after my dad passed away, I was with my dad when he crashed, and the defibrillator went off like 6 times in 20 minutes. And about 3 months after he passed away, I was actually diagnosed with PTSD. And you know, it started manifesting for me when I was sleeping at night. I would have recalls of my dad dying, and went to the doctor. The doctor sent me to a counselor, and the counselor's immediate response was to prescribe me like anti-anxiety meds, to prescribe me sleep medication, to prescribe. I mean, there was about 6 different pills that they wanted to prescribe me, and you know, it's just in America, like Paul Harvey nailed it. Like, we just want to tranquilize the population. And I'm not saying that all prescription pills are bad, but you should certainly be cautious about what you put in your body. You know, like you see the commercials all the time, like, oh, XYZ pill now available. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, hair falling out, cancer, death, heart attack, third leg. You gotta be careful about that third leg. Your friends might start calling you tripod.
War with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil...
Do you think America is having the fans flamed by the media in 2025?
I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious.
Hello, Marxism. Hello, socialism.
What'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Wow, if that's not a political commentary on 2025 in the United States, I don't know what is. Like, and if you can't see that, then you've got your eyes completely closed or you're just brain dead. And, I mean, by brain dead, you probably voted Democrat. That was on the channel of Brad Dyson, so please, since I'm featuring his content here, please go give him a like and a subscribe.
Come on ladies, £1 fish. Come on ladies, £1 fish. £1 fish. Have a look, £1 fish. Have a look, £1 fish. Very, very good, £1 fish. Very, very cheap, £1 fish. 6, 4, 5 pound, £1 each.
Why does that hit so hard? Like, I want to get that onto like my phone and listen to it in my car on my way to work. Like that's I mean, that man, he's a lyricist. Like, look out, Eminem. There he comes. This is Jimmy Carr. I'm not sure Jimmy Carr is a conservative, but this clip is on point.
Would you have gone Trump or Biden?
Would I have gone Trump or Biden? It's a very good question. It's kind of difficult these days because, I mean, Biden, how will he be remembered? Well, not by him. Right? Most presidents are worried about their legacy. He's going, whose legacy?
All right, so these next two videos are actually linked together. So this is actually a real thing that happened with Joe Biden. He's walking up to some reporters and they're asking him some questions, and he replies with, "My butt's been wiped." Listen for yourself. But the following video was one that me and my son created on AI as a result of this video and many other videos in which Joe Biden seemed to have forgotten where he was at. So.
Must it be in reconciliation?
What must be what? What must be what?
From the studio that is absolutely, positively not Pixar comes the story of a leader who can't remember he's leading.
My fellow Americans, I think I'm somebody important.
You are, sir. You're the president.
Right. My fellow Americans, my butt's been wiped.
This summer, meet Joe, the president who lost.
No, I'm not.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate every single one of you that watch our videos and watch our clips, watch our shorts. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe. Remember to hit that bell and stay tuned. We drop content daily. We are a growing YouTube channel. We are new. And thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time. Have a great day.